Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another edition of PBW versus AVW, and we have two absolutely hellacious cards for you tonight. We're here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and who knows what we'll wind up for PBW a bit later on. But we do have a stacked card of matches for you, and I believe we're starting off with, yes, Noah Morgan versus Daniel Chandler. These are two of the hardest hitting and hardest going men to ever step foot in a ring. Noah Morgan, former tag team champion, Daniel Chandler, former Bloodsport champion. So these two have what it takes to hold gold, and they have what it takes to be brutal. I'm looking forward to this one.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Australia, weighing in at 274 pounds, Noah Morgan.
And here comes the big Morgs himself, Noah Morgan, older brother of Jews, and Shane Morgan, who I believe is over in PBW. Noah Morgan has made a name for himself as a tag team wrestler. He's held tag gold multiple times. But his brother is not with him in this match, not with him tonight, obviously. So you have to wonder if that will set up maybe some singles gold glory along the line. Noah's had chances at it before, but a win over a former Bloodsport champion and a former tag team champion like Daniel Chandler could lead to many, many good opportunities for him. Of course, Noah can hold his own. He is big and strong, deceptively quick, brutally technical, and he's in a hardcore environment. I feel like this suits him.
And his opponent, from London, England, weighing in at 250 pounds, Daniel Chandler.
And here comes Daniel Chandler, former Bloodsport champion. A man who's held a lot of gold for quite long reigns. He hasn't held singles gold since he lost the title in year 2, when it was just PBW. Of course, now the brands have been split, and Daniel Chandler was drafted over to the AVW side, which is definitely more in his wheelhouse, I think. He is brutal, deceptively large as well, very, very big and very strong, and quick. and not afraid to shed some of his own blood if it means just scaring his opponents, but that's not going to be easy when it comes to Noah Morgan. And here we go. In a situation like this, I wonder which man will be first to go for a weapon, as Chandler takes early control with that snapmare. Goes for a kick, Noah catches it, big knee on that less protected knee. He's wearing pads on both with the thicker pads on his left knee because he uses his right knee for his offense, especially his finisher, the Go to Hell. But dropped with a big sort of Anaconda Vice slam there by Daniel Chandler. Good counter by Noah Morgan. Fireman's carry takeover. Tosses Daniel over the top rope. And Noah, being the first one to confirm my theory earlier, answer my question rather, as he gets a table. It'll be interesting to see if it comes into play, as in if it's broken. Daniel is in possession of it, but doesn't get a chance to use it. And big flipping senton by Noah Morgan. Tosses him back in the ring, does not grab the table before going back in. Oh, big fireman's carry. But Daniel reverses that into a DDT. Good counter by Daniel Chandler. However, good counter shot by Noah as he goes for the double leg takedown, ground and pounding Daniel Chandler. Taking a bit of time to shake his head as opponent. Oh, that may have cost him though. He went for that big boot. Daniel ducked under and pulled the rope, and over the top went... reference. Over the top went Noah Morgan. Noah making sure that Daniel gets those hands and that kick right to the jaw. And... oh, Half Nelson dropped into a knee. Sort of like into a backbreaker of sorts. Full Nelson, not Half Nelson. Anyway, lands a rolling wheel kick. And possibly looking to knock Chandler to the into the crowd. But Chandler manages to avoid that. However, eats a roaring elbow from Noah Morgan. Morgan establishing control now. Tosses Chandler back into the ring. Chandler, big shin breaker. And the kick to the chest to punctuate. Slamming Noah's head on the ground. This is that viciousness I was alluding to earlier. Now Daniel rolling to the outside, going to get a weapon of his own maybe, or go for the ladder. No, he decides to get something else. Gets a sledgehammer. I meant table, not ladder. And oh, right to the stomach. And tossing that to the outside, interesting move. He could keep using it, the ref can't disqualify him for it. And Chandler with that Whitechapel drop. And now looking to end it. 1888. Right into the pin. 1, 2. Noah Morgan kicks out. Chandler staying on him, continuing to brutalize him. Going for a head crank there. Noah shows some life with that back body drop counter. Now he's looking to end it. Picks Daniel up. And going for the gory special. He's got it fully cinched in the middle of the ring, but Chandler manages to break it easily, rolls over, floats over beautifully to that arm drag. And, oh, has him on the shoulder. Big spin out powerbomb. Shot knocks Noah onto one knee. Elbow. Another one. Duck under into the Pele kick. Now the Whitechapel drop. Doesn't follow it with anything though. And Noah starting to come back now. Picks Chandler up. Big chop to the chest. Another clubbing blow. Big leaping clothesline. Has Chandler in the corner. Went for that double leg again, but Chandler with a counter. And just tossing Noah aside. And 1888 once again. Doesn't go for the pin immediately after that, could cost him. 1, 2. Noah kicks out again. Good back body drop by Noah. Round and pound applied to Daniel Chandler. Morgan maybe trying to cut open the former Bloodsport champion. And good arm drag by Daniel. And another huge Whitechapel drop, and that busts Noah wide open. There was a cut across his head. And Chandler not done administering the punishment yet. Looks to wind that cut by slamming Noah face first onto the turnbuckle. Chandler not taking the chance to end it just yet. Well, he wants to enjoy this for a bit before he decides to land either of his finishes. And there it is, the 1888 for the third and possibly final time. 1, 2. No! No, Morgan kicks out a third time. And Chandler looking to make him pay. Lifts him onto his shoulder. Big Osaka Street cutter. Sort of like mocking Noah Morgan, as that's one of Noah's finishes. Named differently, of course, but still. 1, 2. And Chandler kicks out. Noah Morgan rolling outside. And he picks up the ladder, trying to bring that back into play. And, oh, just about dropped Chandler on his back right on the edge of the ladder. 1, 2. Interesting to go for a pin like that, as only one of Chandler's shoulders was technically on the mat. I think the other one was just about on the table. Chandler looking for possibly an elevated pin, has his feet on the middle ropes. 1, 2. Morgan gets out of it. And, oh my god, oh, right onto the table as well. The cross-legged shin breaker. 1, 2, no. Very smart of Noah to work on the legs of Daniel Chandler to try and extract some of his momentum. Deadlift, powerbomb. breaking the eyes is Daniel. And another Whitechapel drop. Into the pin. 1, 2. No! You saw the blood there just pouring out of Noah's head onto the mat, onto his chest. And now Chandler looking to end it, finally. And the 1888 fourth time. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Chandler. It took him a while to put Noah Morgan away, but he did it. Took 4 finishes to fully do it as well. But Noah hung in there and held his own. Amazing work.
Here is your winner, Daniel Chandler.
And there is the Whitechapel Killer. Standing tall, happy with his victory, as anyone would be over someone like Noah Morgan. However, Noah made it clear that he's not easy to put down, and Daniel Chandler found that out firsthand. But we move on to the next match now, a women's tag team match between the Killer Queens and Sticker Stars.
On the way to the ring, Holly the Queen and the All-American Caitlin the Queens.
And here come the Killer Queens, Caitlin and Holly Queen, 2 women who have been in the women's tag title picture for what seems like ever since their debut. They're both absolutely fantastic single stars. They've never been able to put together fully enough momentum to really qualify for the Women's Tag Championships. They've challenged for them maybe once or twice. The same could be said for their opponents as well, but I would argue that the Killer Queens have more success and have a better chance of winning those titles. It's not to underestimate either team, but if I had to put a bet on this match, I would give it to the Killer Queens. However, I could be quite surprised that, again, these two are just really, really good.
And their opponents, Sunshine Olivia Mitchell and Taylor Jones, the Superstars.
And here comes Olivia Mistral and Taylor Jones, the Sticker Stars. Two high flyers, very talented, very likeable. Taylor Jones has had more success than Olivia has, but the two are quite close friends. Taylor Jones, I don't exactly know where she's from, but Olivia has a background in a company called Cape & K Wrestling, which was a luchador company. Where she won the title there many times. Won many titles there, actually. And looking to have a really good start against the Killer Queens. Not going well so far, though. Holly taking Olivia to class. Big, sort of pump handle modified Uranagi there. Good headbutt countered by Olivia. Tosses Holly into her corner. Puts her against the turnbuckle, maybe looking for the first tag match. Tag move, sorry. And they get it. Ooh, snapping over the leg there. Beautiful technical tandem offense from the Sticker Stars. And the knee right to the arm, working on all of Holly's limbs. Maybe to not help, maybe trying to stop her from locking in that Black Widow hold. Oh, beautiful elbow drop from Taylor Jones. Amazing form on that. No. Oh, went for a sort of side knee there, but missed. But still manages to land that punch out of nowhere. Has the arm and working over that arm again. Very smart from Taylor. Slick move from Holly to get behind her and lifts her up for the shin breaker, working over Taylor's limbs there. Focusing on the legs. Maybe trying to drag her over to a corner as she tags in her partner Kaylin. And into their corner they go. Went for a spinning splash, but Taylor got out of the way. And Holly managed to get out of being hit. And Taylor staying on Kaylin. Beautiful stomp to the back there. I say beautiful a lot. There's that kick she was looking for early on Holly. Snapmare takedown. Now looking to... Oh, unique hold there. Wrenching back on the arm. Holly not coming in to break it up. Doesn't need to. Kaylin manages to break out. Good hip toss there. And that elbow drop once again. Well, this time from Kaylin. And they're going for an Anaconda Vice. But Taylor breaks through. And what I find interesting is that Taylor broke out of Kaylin's submission quicker than Kaylin broke out of Taylor's. Taylor's tossed onto the apron. And back in she goes. Now looking for the one night stand. Kaylin tosses Taylor into her corner. And now the Killer Queen's quite possibly looking for the royal mistreatment. And there it is. Holly goes for the pin. 1, 2. Taylor kicks out, and interestingly, Olivia didn't get involved. Snapmare driver by Taylor Jones. And now, quite possibly, Sticker Stars looking to light up the sky. And there it is. Right to the back of Holly's head. And there's the pin. 1. Kaylin rushes in and breaks it up. Kaylin and Taylor having a fight of their own. As Taylor tried to get Kaylin out of the ring, but turned that around at Kaylin. Now Olivia's a one-woman army, so to speak. Now holding up that leg. This is one of her go-tos. Olivia Mistral is a fantastic limb worker. And good Hurricane Rana. Feel like Holly didn't get all of that though, because Olivia was just working on that leg and it's been damaged before in this match. But good clothesline by Holly, and another one. Ducked under for another clothesline. And now looking for the royal stretch in the middle of this ring. But Olivia, oh no, gets out of it, ducks under, drop toe hold. Wrenches on the arm. Good counter by Holly. And into Killer Queen's corner. Now looking for another Royal mistreatment, this time on the other end of the Sticker Stars scale. Kaylin goes to the pin. Oh, Taylor missed the pin, but Olivia managed to kick out. You get the feeling that wasn't the plan. But that German suplex off the turnbuckle takes Taylor out of commission for a bit longer. As Kaylin works over the arms and the hands of Olivia Mistral. Sorry. And then knee to the back. Counter kick by Olivia. Off the ropes. Oh, missed. And now Kaylin. 1. Went for the elevated pin, but didn't even get a 2 count from it. Now dumps Olivia to the outside. Maybe looking for a weapon, but this could cost her, because remember, Taylor can easily jump in and not really get counted out. And rolls through right into the knees to the arm. Good move there from Olivia, especially out here on the ground where it'll do arguably more damage. Good counter from Kaylin. And oh my god, the wheel kick. The heel kick, rather. However, face first. And the German suplex by Olivia. Elbow. And the uppercut. And now looking for that arm flip. Into the knee drop again. Right into the announce table. And face first. Right on it. Somehow manages to get that arm drag, but good kick by Olivia, and the shin breaker holding onto the leg. Dragon screw. And taking a moment to breathe there, she's put out a lot of energy to try and get some of her win back. Kaylin, oh, big drop kick. And now Taylor's getting involved. Good striking combo by Olivia, but that kick is caught. And the knee slide by Kaylin. And up goes Olivia. Oh, face first onto the apron. But Olivia, a counter. With the elbow, countered by Kaylin. And face first against Taylor Jones's feet. Good counters by these two, both reversing German suplexes. And again. And that flipping arm drag. Olivia had to take a temporary breather there, but she seems to be okay. Now finally gets Kaylin back in the ring to continue the match there. Kaylin tagging in her partner. Olivia on the top rope. Beautiful drop kick there, catching Holly off guard. Counter headbutt by Holly Queen. Big clothesline. But oh my god, Olivia almost immediately back up. And that dragon screw once more. And working over that arm. Pulls her into a corner. No, fireman's carry. Countered by Holly Queen. But another counter by Olivia. Knocks her to the outside. Elbow. And again, strikes. That kick caught though. And that arm drag, but oh, reversed into that drop toe hold. And the counter by Olivia, and the rolling elbow. She needs to tag in Taylor Jones at some point. She's been out here a lot with both Holly and Kaylin. And again, taking a knee. Having to catch her breath a lot in this fight. And the drop kick. And face first goes Holly into the ring post. Holly manages to tag in her partner. Eats a calf kick, does Olivia. And the knee slide by Kaylin. But countered by Olivia. Front headlock. Countered by Kaylin. Into a corner. Spinning splash. Olivia gets out of the way. Elbow. Counter Irish whip. And. Ooh. Face breaker right onto the knee. Manages to evade the stomp. But the one night stand by Kaylin connects. We're going for the pin. One. Taylor almost breaking that up, but knowing that her friend had the fortitude to get out of it. And oh my god, sort of raking across the face there was Kaylin. But counter arm drag by Olivia. And the high kick. And now working over the leg of Kaylin. And up to the top row goes Taylor Jones. As she gets, looks for the 450, but Kaylin got the knees up. And the spinning splash is finally landed by Kaylin. And now, the stomps to the chest. Also making Taylor's head bounce off the back of her head bounce off the mat. And the elevated elbow drop. And now Kaylin's looking to end this. Looking to end it with a dragon sleeper with the last breath. Taylor going to tap. No! Manages to escape. Taylor starting to feel the energy of this crowd right now. And, oh my god, a sort of reverse blockbuster Rana there. I don't really know what to call that. I've never really seen that before. Anyway, good charging tackles by Taylor. And that big clothesline. And into the corner goes Kaylin. And now looking for the triangle dropkick. Gets all of that. Calling Kaylin to her feet. Oh, went for the dropkick to the back of the head, but Kaylin reversed it. Counters with a kick to the stomach. The Killer Queen's looking for royal mistreatment once again. And they get all of it. Holly has to go for the pin right now. Olivia breaks up the pin. Beats the Famouser by Kaylin. What a match this has been. Looking for the Queen's Crown. But roll through. 1, 2, no. Taylor almost caught Holly completely off guard. Oh, good neck breaker there. And the triangle hold with the elbows to the top of the head. The stomps. Maybe trying to wear Holly down a bit more. Going for a dragon sleeper. Holly breaks out. The punches to the stomach. And over the top rope goes Taylor Jones. Now Holly Queen looking to administer a beatdown on Taylor Jones and succeeding very much in doing that. Knees right to the stomach, taking the wind out of Taylor. And scoops her up. Big takeover slam there, sort of a spinebuster modification. Oh, but Taylor manages to dodge that one. However, hip toss from Holly. Good catch of the leg by Taylor, going for that whipping kick. That wheel kick right over the leg. Back in goes Taylor. Holly rejoining. Taylor manages to tag in Olivia Mistral. 1. And, oh, Holly, gut wrench. Powerbomb. Kaylin could be looking to end the Stick Stars night here. But no, Olivia starting to maybe show life. Catches her off guard with that clothesline. Counter by Kaylin. And into the corner goes Olivia. Now the royal mistreatment a 4th time. Taylor is nowhere in sight. Holly goes to the pin. 1, 2. No! Olivia kicks out. Grabbing the arm of Olivia, and up goes Holly Queen. You don't see her go to the top rope often. She's not really a flyer, but oh, good arm breaker there. The elevation really added a lot of impact to that. They're looking for the royal mistreatment once again. This has got to put Olivia away for good. But Taylor's right there. 1. And she breaks up the pin. And, oh my god, stun gun onto the rope. Kaylin looking to get Taylor out there, but Taylor counters. And elbow. And the one night stand by Kaylin. That could be it. No, she's looking to make sure it's not going to go any further. Looking for the last breath. Is Olivia going to tap? Taylor is not stopping it. And she does. The Killer Queens win this absolute war. Olivia only had so much to give, and she couldn't give any more. What a match. That might be the best women's tag match I've ever had in my companies. Oh my god.
Here are your winners, Holly the Queen and the All-American Caitlin the Queen.
Holly Queen and Kaylin, the Killer Queens, celebrating a hard-fought, well-earned victory in this absolute war. And this is only the second match of the overall night. There's still 10 more to go, 4 more on the AVW half the card. We've got a long way to go, folks. As we move on to the next match of the night, another tag team spectacle between the Dons of Death and High Voltage. Now, Dons of Death have been on a little tear of their own lately. High Voltage were one half of the first contenders for the AVW Tag Champions to crown the first ever, but the Morgan brothers won them. So High Voltage looking to get a bit of momentum back against a team who's been riding a huge wave of momentum since coming over to AVW, so I'm interested to see how this one's going to play out.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 465 pounds, Katsuyori Kobayashi and Kushida Kobayashi, the family.
And here are the Dons of Death, Kushida and Katsuyori Kobayashi, nephew and uncle. Katsuyori on the right there, the uncle, Kushida on the left, the nephew. Kushida trained under Katsuyori. They both hail from Japan, held a lot of titles over there. And looking to make a statement. They've been so close to tag gold multiple times, and their leader, Christian Morales, not Japanese, has held world title gold, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 346 pounds, Adam Carter and Shane Owen. High Voltage.
And here come High Voltage, a team who've made quite an impressive showing here in AVW. I mean, they almost had the chance to become the first ever AVW Tag Team Champions. If they get a win here over a team that's picked up a lot of steam lately in the Dons of Death, they could be well on their way to holding that tag gold again. Adam Carter on the right there, Shane Owens on the left. Impressive tag team athletically. Always fun to watch as well, the crowd are fully behind them. And they're looking to make a huge statement here tonight if they can beat the Dons of Death, which for a lot of tag teams before them has not proven easy. But we'll see how it goes. And Katsuyori, oh, huge spear to Adam Carter right out the gate. And Carter showing how good High Voltage are as a tag team as they go for the first tag move. And wheelbarrow senton, great assist. And good chop of the leg by Shane Owens. Katsuyori rolled out before he could get back in. Good Snapdragon suplex on the outside by Adam Carter. Remember, Extreme Rules. Katsuyori holding the back of Shane's head, slams him face first onto the apron. The hardest part of the ring for those who don't know. And, oh, slams him right in the back of his skull. Big crossbody by Katsuyori. And the big boot there. Sorry, the wheel kick by Katsuyori. Oh, drop kick to the apron. Good move by Shane Owens. Katsuyori in firm control right now, as proven with that pop-up uppercut. And another one. Adam Carter getting involved, trying to save his friend. And giving Shane an opening. And, oh, round and round for that tilt-a-wall head scissor. And Katsuyori goes back in, Shane rejoins. Katsuyori not crawling to tag in his nephew just yet. Broken Rana takedown by Shane Owens. Good sweep of the leg there by Katsuyori. It finally throws him into his corner. Counter by Shane. And, oh, it took a bit too long to taunt him there. Gave Katsuyori a chance to recover. Is Katsuyori going to get a chance to tag in his nephew? No, Shane Owens. Trying to put a kibosh on that. However, why not work? Ooh. Punch. right to the chest. Good calls here from me. And, oh my goodness! A spinning sort of Emerald Flosion Powerbomb. 1, 2. Shane about kicks out. And the elbows right to the shoulders and neck area of Shane Owens, trying to weaken some of his strength. Sorry for my radio silence there. Anyway, Katsuyori's tagged in his nephew, who's not having a lot of luck against Shane Owens right now. Hurricane Rana taking Kushida down, but Shane had to take a breather there. Tags in his partner Adam. Calling Kushida back to his feet. Snapmare by Kushida, but Adam immediately back up. Oh, small package! 1. Oh, just a 1 count. What an out of nowhere upset that would have been, though. And basement Rana there by Kushida. And good suplex rolls through into that spinning neckbreaker. Again, sorry for the silence. Both Shane and Kushida have now been busted open. And Kushida reverses that into a DDT. Kushida Kobayashi looking for, brainbuster, much like his uncle landed a bit earlier. 1, 2, oh no! Katsuyori was not able to stop Adam from getting involved fully. And Adam managed to kick out. And, oh my god, the huge Kushida driver. 1, and Shane managing to break his friend free once again. You can see the blood pouring through his bangs. And now High Voltage may be looking to finish this. Looking for the Circuit Buster. Into the pin. Katsuyori not getting involved. 1, 2, 3. High Voltage pick up the victory. High Voltage had the more tandem tag team offense from the start and managed to put a stop to a lot of the Done to Death momentum here tonight, but it wasn't made easy. As evidenced by that brainbuster.
Here are your winners, Adam Carter and Shane Owen. High Voltage.
And at the halfway point of this night, which has taken an hour long already, usually takes 5 matches to get to this point, we've had quite an incredible win here too. Really good win by High Voltage, looking to pick up a bit more of their steam ever since missing out on the chance to become the first ever AVW Tag Team Champions. Next up, Alexander versus Isaac. Now, there's really not anything on the line for this one, but there is a really good chance that the winner could be in contention for maybe challenging Alex Perez in the future for the Chaos Championship. We'll see what happens here between these two.
Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 245 pounds, the superstar.
And here comes Alexander, the general pain in everyone's ass. A man who held the International Championship for a long time, looking to work his way to possibly, maybe looking to start a new path to a different kind of gold. If he's able to defeat someone like Isaac, a true veteran with many years of experience. which is not going to be easy because Isaac has been known to pull off upset victories and Alexander has had pretty good standing so far in AVW.
And his opponent, from New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Isaac!
And here comes his partner, his dance partner I should say, Isaac. 1/3 of the Fabulous Furious Freaks, well 1/5 technically, if you count the Fabulous Females, which are Haley Hudson and Valencia. Now Isaac and Flapjack Cotter are the only two members of FFF to have never won gold so far in PBW or AVW. The Fabulous Females were the longest reigning women's tag champions until losing them to the Noel Train, and Chris Princess is a former international champion and a former PBW heavyweight champion. Isaac is maybe looking to add more gold to that collection very, very soon. Here we go. Alexander, ooh, went for the dropkick right at the gate, but countered by Isaac. And gets Hurricane Rana. Starting with quick and explosive bursts of energy, maybe looking to end this one quickly. Good takeover there by Alexander. Excuse me. Counter jawbreaker by Isaac. And the huge clothesline. And kick to the back. Isaac going for a weapon, gets himself a baseball bat. Doesn't get a chance to use it quite yet though. Alexander looking to take advantage. No! Has it knocked out of his hand. European upcut by Isaac. Oh, clubbing blow. With that bat right to the legs of Alexander. And backbreaker. And, oh my god, right into his front, Alexander planted on the apron. It still has the wherewithal to break out of that. Elbow. And another one. And hooks up the leg. Oh, big. Big driver there. Fisherman's driver on the outside. I can call moves. Another counter arm drag by Alexander. Went for another Hurricane Rana, but oh my god! Sort of reverse, sort of facebuster powerbomb. I think Alexander's head was cracked off the corner of the nose desk. Isaac went for a weapon but didn't really get anything. And, oh, the flapjack. Looking to do more damage to the skull of Alexander, maybe trying to bust him open. We've seen quite a bit of blood tonight. And then, oh, Isaac with the kendo stick. And huge DDT. Isaac in firm control on the outside right now. And another huge flapjack. Maybe a shout out to his fellow Fabulous Furious Freak, Flapjack Carter. And the championship winner. But it's not going to mean anything if you can't pin Alexander and he has to do that inside. Maybe looking to do that now. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Alexander kicks out. He probably had just enough time after being rolled into the ring and... oh, went for the dragon suplex, but Isaac broke free, so Alexander transitioned into a German suplex. Gets jawbreaker by Isaac. And a huge clothesline. It's been a go-to move for him so far. And doing more damage to their head, very smart. Alexander goes to the outside, picks up the baseball bat. Oh, counter by Isaac. And the DDT busts Alexander open. Almost landed him onto the baseball bat. 1, 2. Alexander kicks out, but he is sort of out of it right now. He's bleeding profusely. And, oh my god, the arm stomp. And I think Alexander's hand was bent back on the bat there. So it adds a bit more damage, a bit more torque. Good shoulder block by Alexander. Counter elbow by Isaac. And the championship winner lands flush into the pin. 1, 2, no. Alexander's face is an absolute mask of blood right now. But he's still in the fight. He kicked to the chest. It's the baseball bat. Oh, didn't get a chance to use it, but does that time. And now throws it to the outside. Looking to pick up a different weapon. And he gets himself a kendo stick. Countered by Isaac. Doesn't want to use a kendo stick right now. Not feeling in the mood for it. And face first off the turnbuckle, Alexander having that cut widened, his vision worsened by the blood blurring it. One, two. I don't think there's an inch of Alexander's face that isn't covered in blood right now. He's put on the rope. Ducks under, and Isaac. Huge clothesline. Turns Alexander inside out. And that leg drop right onto the knee. Trying to weaken some more of Alexander's power. 1, 2. Kick out. And the championship winner once again. Could that be it? The third one. Third time's the charm. 1, 2. No! We saw this in the first match of the night. With Daniel Chandler landing 4 1888s to try and put away Morgan. Are we seeing the same thing here? Isaac on the outside, Alexander calling him to his feet, he's perched on the top. And huge drop kick. And now quite possibly looking for a revolution. But much like Isaac earlier, Isaac landed it on the outside. And oh my god, doesn't even get a chance to throw him back in. Isaac reverses that. Oh, eats the kick though before he can land that chop. And back in the ring goes Isaac. Into the pin. 1, 2, just out to 2. Oh, Isaac was playing possum there. And that DDT almost spiked him on that kendo stick. That could have put him away. 1, 2, no. Alexander with a counter and hits the pin. 1, 2. Almost got the win with that. Counter jawbreaker. And the championship winner, a 4th possibly final time. 1, 2, 3. Bit of deja vu from the first match. Huge victory there. Alexander was busted wide open. But still, Isaac managed to pull through and get the victory. Green Isaac made the opening first when he dropped Alexander head first onto the corner of the desk and worked on it from there. Sorry for talking over the ring announcer. Isaac with a big victory. Obviously making his Fabulous Furious teammates, his Fabulous Furious Freaky teammates quite proud. Now for the co-main event of the evening, Jay Scott versus Hermano De Leon. Now, Hermano beat Jay Scott in a triple threat match at Cutting Edge. If Hermano wins again, he becomes the number 1 contender to the AVW Heavyweight Championship, but conversely, if Jay Scott wins, he becomes the number 1 contender and takes Hermano's place, so this is going to be exciting and interesting.
Making his way to the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 227 pounds, Jay Scott.
And here comes the motherfucking Starjammer, Jay Scott. The head of Starjammer LLC, a man who has made quite a lot of surprise wins for himself in AVW. I love him or hate him, I have to respect this man for wearing that gear. Still, Jay Scott is a vicious technician. And the Honky Stonk Man. There's a new nickname he just told me to say on Twitter. I don't really know why, but you know what? It works. You know what? From now on, whenever I'm calling a Jay Scott match, I'm going to say Honky Stonk Man. From now on. Whenever I book him, I'm going to say it.
his opponent. From Valencia, Spain, weighing in at 222 pounds, the Superstar.
Here comes the Spanish party animal. The Argentinian Casanova. That is Hermano de Leon. As you can see, a fun-loving guy. Also wears purple. Maybe not as well as Jay Scott does. But you know what? Hermano de Leon has picked up a surprising wave of momentum. I mean, last week in the main event, he beat Ryan Quinn, the AVW heavyweight champion. Not just that, but he beat him with one finisher. Not even that, I think it was a signature he landed. Now looking to pull off an upset over Jay Scott because I believe he beat him in that triple threat involving Busso Briggs at cutting edge. Could he pull off the impossible once again, or will Jay Scott be able to get the upset here? I don't know if we're going to see either of these two go for weapons a lot, but oh, Hermano starting with that calf kick. The kick to the back, taking it to Jay Scott early. Elbows, punches, putting the pressure on quite quick. Good counter. Oh, the shoulder block right to the knee. That's very smart from Jay Scott, because a lot of Hermano's work revolves around his kicks, and a lot of Jay's moves, especially his finisher, works around wrapping around the leg to try and get someone to tap. Very smart move from the Starjammer. And the collision in the middle. Rolling elbow by Hermano. Now he's attacking Jay's legs. Sort of reverse psychology there. Going for a dragon sleeper. Jay grabs the side of the hip and tosses him over. Clotheslines him in the corner. Manages to avoid the calf kick does Jay, staying in momentum now. And hopping over and going for a weapon. What's he got in mind? He gets himself a sledgehammer. Oh, right to the side of the face. And to the knees now as well. Oh, didn't get a chance to throw it to the outside as he gets planted with that DDT. Jay with the counter knee there. Counter jawbreaker by Hermano. Went for that calf kick, and again Jay Scott focusing on his legs paying off, because Hermano hasn't really been able to land a lot of kick moves at the moment. And they collide in the middle again. Good counter by Jay. Now the claw on the shoulder. But Hermano struggling to get up. And the kick to the leg. But oh, Jay ducks under and almost dumps him to the outside. And what's he going for here? Lifts him up and a back suplex on the apron. Brutal move from Jay Scott. Posturing to the crowd and pointing his finger gun specifically at that little girl in the front row to tell her that her hero is dead. Counter knee by Hermano. Now flips over, foot on the chest, lifts him up with that arm drag. Backdrop driver by Hermano. Standing over Jay Scott, not really attempting a lot right now. Stalking him a bit like a vulture, a sexy Spanish vulture. And Oh, went for the knee in the corner, but Hermano caught it and lifts Jay up. Oh, Jay with the counter reverse DDT. Turns Hermano around. And the dragon suplex. The elevation on that was impressive. Now turns him around and the back cracker. Going for the pin. 1, 2. No, Hermano manages to kick out. Andre countered by Hermano. And the snap DDT. I pick up that sledgehammer. But not using it instead, maybe going for a different weapon? He's not really sure what he wants to do. But lifting Jay up for a huge powerbomb into the pin. 1. Just a 1 count. But he's looking to end it, looking to land the groove of the music. And he gets all of that and into the pin. 1, 2, Jay kicks out. You need to do a bit of dancing. And that flying elbow. And the atomic drop and the suplex slam. And that huge running knee, that's how he beat Ryan Quinn. And that pushed Jay open. 1, 2, 3. Hermano de Leon retains that position and he's going to face Ryan Quinn. Wasn't made easy. You gotta imagine his legs are gonna be hurting after a while. Jay Scott had a lot in him. Wasn't able to put away Hermano.
Here is your winner, the Superstar.
And Hermano de Leon with a huge victory. And going to finally be taking on Ryan Quinn at Heath of the moment for his AVW Heavyweight Championship. And here we go. Main event time, Akita Tereshi versus Moto Madsen. The winner of this match will be the #1 contender to the AVW Women's Championship. Now Akita managed to pick up a bit of momentum last week. And I think Moto... Was Moto on last week? I'm going to look. She was. I was correct. Yeah, she managed to defeat Angel Mary, so... She beats Akita Tereshi. She could be the #1 contender for the Women's Championship at Heat of the Moment 3. Either way, I can't wait to see how this one goes.
Making her way to the ring, from Owita, Japan, the Asian Nightmare.
And here comes Akita Tereshi, the Japanese vampire. A woman who went on a huge undefeated streak, maybe the biggest in PBW history. And now with a big win, quite recently she's in talks to become the women's champion in AVW as well. Could be the first woman to hold both titles. It'll be interesting to see if she does. But she's going to have to come out to Madsen, the first AVW Women's Champion. This is a battle between two former champions from two different brands. Both of them won. Keita's not going to take this opportunity lightly.
And her opponent, from Detroit, Michigan, the Motor Madison.
And here comes Motor Madsen, the first ever AVW Women's Champion. Lost it in her first defense to Caroline Hale. Is still obviously very upset about that fact. But she's honestly one of my favourite superstars on either roster, regardless of gender. A lot of fun to watch. And she's got to overcome a very difficult task in Akita Tereshi. Here we go. Akita with the earlier offense. Going for the elbows. Moto throws her into the corner. And oh! Lifting out the much larger woman there. And going for that elbow drop. Now Akita has always been bigger than a lot of women on the roster, but what she also possesses is vicious speed, timing, and look at that, just tosses Moto Madison right over the top rope. She barely gave opponents a second look in her PBW days. But Moto Madison taking it to Akita, who counters with a kick. And drop kick by Moto. Good snap suplex there by Moto Madison. Went for an enziguri, but was tossed aside by Akita. And gets it that time though. Good counter by Akita, and the kicks followed by that elbow. Good by Akita. And back in she goes. Akita calling Moto to her feet. Rolls through for that facebuster. You don't see her do that move often. One. Just a one count. Kick to the back. Over the top rope. Well, not quite, but almost. Moto suplexes her back into the ring. Now going to the outside, taking this opportunity to grab herself a weapon. We've seen weapons in pretty much every match of the night, folks, and she gets herself a steel chair. Clocks Akita right in the face with it. And tosses it out of the ring. 1, 2, no. I'm going for that slam elbow combo again. Beautiful work by Moto. Moto on the top rope. Huge moonsault. Two, no. Oh my god, I thought she was going for a back body drop, but manages to land that super kick. And that could be it. 1, 2, no. Kita still in this despite eating that vicious pop-up super kick from Moto Medicine. Neck breaker by Moto. Good counter uppercut by Kita. And oh my god, I forget what that move was called. But she's taking the time to get herself up and she gets a table. That's what it's called, the absolute murder, and now she's looking to end it right on the table. Drops her head on the side of it with the bloody nightmare. 1, 2, but Moto kicks out. Yeah, the shots from Nikita rolls through into that kick. And again with that knee. And they're looking to end it with another bloody nightmare, no doubt. And gets all of it. One, two. No! I thought that was it. Moto Madsen kicking out at 2.9. I'm stomping the arm, trying to weaken Moto's shoulders. 2, 3. I don't know how that works, but Akita, she picks up the win and she's going to challenge Caroline Hale at Heat of the Moment for her AVW Women's Championship. Props to Moto for hanging in there, but it just wasn't enough to stay in there.
Winner, the Asian Nightmare.
Akita Tereshi celebrating an easily earned victory. Again, making it look as easy as she always does. And that was it for the AVW push, and I'll see you in a few minutes for the PBW half. Thank you for watching so far. See you soon.